Why do so many people start creative hobbies but then stop a few weeks later? You buy the sketchbook, download the software, watch a bunch of videos, get excited for a week, and say, "This time I'm really doing it." Then somehow it just fades. That sketchbook stays unfinished. That app never gets opened again. That camera collects dust. And after a while, you start thinking, maybe I'm not disciplined. I'm lazy and inconsistent. Maybe I'm just not a creative person. But honestly, I don't think that's the real reason. They quit because nobody told them what the middle of the journey would be like. I've definitely felt this myself. You imagine this new version of yourself, the creative version of you who creates every day, the skilled version of you that can make cool things, the interesting version of you who finally has a creative hobby. And for a while, it feels possible, but then real life kicks in. You realize progress is slower than you expected. Some days, you don't want to do it at all. Suddenly, that hobby that felt exciting starts becoming something you're failing at. In this video, I'm going to talk about why people keep quitting creative hobbies and how to make it easier to stick with one. I think one of the biggest reasons why people quit is that they were motivated by the idea and identity of the hobby more than the reality of it. And to be fair, that's normal. It feels good to say, "I'm learning design," or "I'm getting into photography" to others. That newfound identity is exciting, as you're becoming someone new. But the reality of any hobby looks a lot less glamorous. The ugly part doesn't get shown much. People want the idea of being creative, but they haven't learned to enjoy the creative process. It's because we were sold the highlight reel online, the finished artwork, the aesthetic setups. Nobody posts the frustration, the ugly drafts, or the boring steps. We don't see the moments where someone wanted to quit too. So when you experience the negative part, you think something is wrong. But actually, you just reached the real part of your creative journey. Another big reason people quit is because creative growth can feel painfully slow in a world where everything feels fast. We want instant entertainment, instant answers, instant results. But creative skills don't work like that. Learning design might take months before your work starts to look decent. A drawing might take hundreds of sketches before one even looks good. Because we're used to speed, slow progress feels like a failure. This is dangerous. If every slow result feels like proof you're bad, you'll quit long before any growth happens. A lot of improvement happens before it becomes visible. Because none of that is dramatic, people assume nothing is happening, so they drop it all. Some skills reward patience more than talent. Creative hobbies are one of them. This one is huge. Sometimes we start a hobby because it seems fun, but then it turns into another source of stress and pressure. For example, you start drawing for fun, but then you start thinking, should I post this? Should I monetize this? Should I already have a style? I should be better at this by now. Now instead of playing, you're performing. That perfection kills curiosity. You stop experimenting because you don't want to make bad work. You stop enjoying it because every session feels like a test. Sometimes we don't quit the hobby. We've quit the pressure we've attached to it. That's the important difference. You don't hate creating. You just feel judged by yourself every time you try. Most beginners measure success like this. Did I make something amazing? Did I improve dramatically? Did I get massive engagement? Those are terrible metrics for staying consistent. The better questions are, did I show up? Did I dedicate enough time for practice? Did I finish something small? Did I learn one thing? If success only counts when you make something impressive, you'll be set up for failure. But if success means you kept that relationship alive, you win far more often. Consistency comes from making things smaller than your excuses. So if you keep quitting creative hobbies, here's what I'd remember. Choose hobbies for the process, not the fantasy version of yourself. Expect progress to be slow and quiet. Keep some parts of it for yourself. Not everything needs to be posted online or monetized. Make it small enough to return to. A few minutes a day counts. Showing up badly still counts. Lastly, don't judge a hobby by how exciting it feels in week 1. Judge it by whether it still means something to you, even after the novelty disappears. That's where the true relationship begins. Honestly, I think a lot of people are much closer to becoming creative than they think. They just have unrealistic expectations of the journey and need a healthier mindset. If there's a creative hobby you've been wanting to return to, maybe this is your sign to start again. And if you relate to these kinds of conversations around creativity, growth, and design, feel free to subscribe. I'm still figuring it out as well.